Good morning, Church by the Sea. This is Jeana, and thanks for connecting with us here. This is a different kind of Sunday morning, isn't it? Reverend Rob and Reverend Barbara did the sermon and prayers online. Gabby did music online. We even had our middle school teachers, Rose and Roberto, conduct their class via conference call. Aren't we fortunate that we can all be together, even when we're not in the same building? So here's what I want to talk to the kids about today. When we're separated, what keeps us together with each other? Great question for this week, isn't it? So when I think about the answer to that, I remember being a kid and connecting with my pen pal. I'd write to my pen pal Maria, who was in Maryland, and I'd wait for her response. Sometimes it would take 3 weeks, a month, and then I'd write back. I also talked on the phone. That's probably the way you connect with your friends. I want to ask you kids, who do you want to connect with this week? Maybe it's your friend from school that you won't be seeing as much this week or at all. Maybe it's your grandparent, cousin, aunt, uncle in another state. But what about God? That's important, right? How do we stay connected to God? We don't have God on Snapchat, but the good news is God is always accessible. We stay connected with God through prayer. That's one way, through prayer. We can pray anytime, aloud, silently. You don't only have to be in church to pray. I've prayed all kinds of places. You probably have too. I have probably prayed on a bus, in a bathtub, in a car, on a beach. It can be a short prayer or a long prayer. God's always available. God wants to hear everything that's on your mind and in your heart. There's a little prayer template that I put on the website here. You can print it out and fill it out, or you can read it. You can actually use it over and over again. Hope you like it. Another way we stay connected to God is by doing God's will. And to do that, we look to Jesus as an example. Especially now during Lent. It's a great time to consider Jesus and consider the way Jesus treated people fairly, kindly. He would think about people who were less fortunate and people who weren't popular. He wasn't afraid to be different, and he said things that were different than the things people around him were saying. I want you to think about how we can act like Jesus. Think about these things. Have your parents email me, get back to me. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy the resources we're providing online, which are prayers that are age appropriate and coloring sheets. We will continue to communicate and to reach out with you in this way. We've asked our teachers, lower primary, upper primary, and middle school, to be thinking about ways they would like to connect with the class, if we need to, via our online website and possibly through a conference call like Rose and Roberto did this morning. So we welcome your feedback. You can contact me at my email address. Most of you have that. It's jbartroff@churchbythesea.org. Have a great Sunday. Blessings, and we miss you.